Hello, my name is Karen. So my friend Ziggy here started this book club. The idea was to mostly just to educate our social group and, expand to the world because we're that adventurous. But no, we're just here to read books, review books, and see if we can get some other folks reading, which would be great. Unlike my scholarly comrades here, I am a very slow reader. I do read on my own time, not often, not as often as I would like, but I do read. Currently I'm reading The Book of Negroes by Lawrence Hill. It is a work of fiction, but the first time I read it, I was very much under the impression that it was nonfiction, and I fell in love with the characters, and it felt like a slap in the face when I figured out that it was fiction. My bad. But reading it a second time, it has so much more depth because it has come from the mind of a person in our era, it's not just this biography about this tragic happening, it's the experiences of these people, but we can live vicariously through them because it is a work of fiction, and it's brilliant, it really is, it's absolutely brilliant. But I really must be a masochist because the first time I read it, it tore my heart from my chest and absolutely destroyed me, and this time around it's not much different, I must say, but it is a really good novel. Other authors that I really appreciate and respect, Neil Gaiman. I've actually had the first volume of Sandman on my shelf for the past 5 years, and I have not yet read it, which is kind of shameful, and I realize that, but I will get around to it, I swear. Other than that, I read a lot of Robert Jordan. The Wheel of Time series is by far the most intricate, detailed work of fiction I've ever read. Given I've not read Lord of the Rings, which is, the door to that fantasy realm, and Robert Jordan just kind of expanded on it, but I'm on book 4 of The Wheel of Time, and it is pretty fantastic thus far. Also, I'm a big fan of biographies. William Shatner's autobiography was just brilliant, and I saw him the other night at a convention center in my city, and it was okay. It was a bit lackluster, but he was really interesting. I'm not sure that he has the capacity to continue on with his ongoing shtick that he's held for the past couple decades. He's getting a bit old for it, and it's a little awkward. His stand-up is a little awkward. If I hesitate to actually call it stand-up. But one moment, my furnace just went on in the background. Sorry, okay, 1 second. So I digress. William Shatner, I am finished with that topic. Other than that, Ziggy touched on, she's reading Little Women right now. And that was one book that my mother read to my sister and I when we were very young. And I remember that was the first experience of mourning that I ever felt, actually. I was probably 6 or 7 when my mother started reading it to me and my sister, and when Beth... Oh, sorry, spoilers. When Beth died, it destroyed me. Like, I cried for days and days and days. But it really meant a lot to me. Like, Little Women, it reminded me of, country life, and my grandparents grew up on the east coast of Canada for several years, and I got to visit them out there, and it was always very similar to kind of the Anne of Green Gables lifestyle, which I was brought up on for sure, given that my grandparents were on the east coast, but Little Women was an incredible influence, and it really exemplified, the typical role of women in that age and era, and it kind of reinforced how how much I respect that lifestyle, but how much I want it to be equal for the sexes, you know? Like, it's so important to be able to be self-sufficient and to be able to, you know, survive on your own and not just off of canned goods and over-processed grain products. But it was one of my major influences in trying to, in trying to be green. Other than that, though, as I said, I am a slow reader. I probably exaggerated a bit on how slow I do read, but it's very selective. I will be updating whenever I can, and I will try and get on the bandwagon with our reviews, but it will probably be later than the rest of my good buddies here. I'm really excited to start this project. I'm really excited to hear what my friends are thinking and saying about these novels, and I think it'll be actually a lot of fun. So here's to a new experience. Here's to this new technological age where you get to look at my incredibly white teeth. Do you see this shit? Yeah, so YouTube, hello. Welcome to the age of odd. Alright, so thanks for watching, and make sure to pay attention to the liquor levels on top of Ziggy's fridge there, because I sure did. And alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.